We're ready.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Greetings, greetings, greetings to everyone this morning. This is the morning of the 26th February. Post our Brightside Global Trade Magazine Award program for health and wellness reset. Wow, wow. We're just coming off of such a fabulous day yesterday, and we had almost 17 speakers, and they were so remarkable. And just, I wanted to like to give you a rundown of all the people that participated and their delightful, their important messages. And these speakers had an insight on information that we can't, it's just difficult to reclaim. But in light of that, we had speakers from several different categories, and each were able to deliver to us information that will go a long way in helping us facilitate better health for upcoming next year or the year ahead. Just as an insight, our speakers, many have are book authors, and we want to make sure that we highlight their books. But the rundown, we started out with Dr. John Putalili, who his book Eat, Chew, Live. What a remarkable read. I think you'll be pleased with anyone who picks it up and shares with us details about getting better and more healthier in our food consumptions. And then we heard from Mr. Kevin Kursky, who wrote the book Life 2.0. And his book had the remarkable story about his health experience and healthcare scare, and how he's come back and has created a new dimension in life form. And we also had Jerry Baker, who representative from Shackley, and his health solutions that we all should be very mindful of. And then there's Shelley Plum, who wrote the book Break or Bounce, and she shares in her book reliable vindication impressions of her childhood and how it made an impact on her life today. And then there was Rainey York, who wrote the book Quantum Leap, and her experiences with Reiki and how she uses that as a reflection for better healing. We heard from Rick Denzel, who wrote the book Launch It, which talks about his efforts and process. He has a scientific and a 12-point process to help people relay their books. We heard from Laurel Snyder, who has a book about therapy and how she uses her experiences with tarot to help people get through their dream scenarios. We also heard from Kennedy Samuel, visiting from India, and he shares with us information about his life experiences. Brian D'Souza, the same, his life experiences. And then we heard from Doreen Putnam, who is the owner of Putnam Consulting, and she talks about Alzheimer's and the process, scientific elements of it, and in some cases, remedy. We also heard from Ann Woodbury, who talks about her book and surviving myotonic dystrophy, and her experiences in that regard, and how she has come through a great concerns and tremendous obstacles to find herself still protecting, providing, and keeping and promoting her family environment. Then we heard from Jerry Burt, owner of Intense um, Networks, and he talks about business and developing business. We also heard from Alyssa Spa, who is a health fitness guru. She talks about maintaining and developing health. And then we heard from Frankie Kramus, and he was a blind candidate, and he's a writer and very thriving in business. And of course, our promoter, Ramona Carr, and we also heard from Ms. Ernestine Wooten and Nancy Core. And today we have the good privilege of promoting our upcoming awards. And our award is called the Brightside Empirical Review Award. Now, for those of you, that sounds like a great deal, but this award recognizes authors, business people, and people who really have created and provided a condition and offering that the world and the market requires and can really get benefit from. Of course, empirical represents E, the experience, M, the motivation, P, presentations, I, ideas, R, relevancy, I, innovation, C, creativity, A, accolades, and L, leadership. We feel like all those elements go into creating a review that will make it world renowned and create an environment to move books and other service and providing items. We're delighted about this award, and we are so just profoundly, you know, inspired by these awards and the people that we are here to present today. And now, of course, and uh, we have great expectations for this award, and and while we're delivering and conveying our awards to recipients today, we are thankful for our present personnel with us as we talk about them. And we hope that these awards will lead us further. And each one of our recipients will do greater things. And perhaps it could be great inspiration for you, we hope. And sometimes people say, oh, you got an award. Oh, you got an award. I mean, an award represents a great deal, I think. It means that people have recognized and people will see and people identify that you're working, you're doing good things, you're trying to make a difference and make a way. And a lot of times the work that we do, people don't see or people may not recognize. But so the first of our recipients is the Brightside Empirical Review Award is awarded to a board certified dermatologist, Miss Nana Bowachi. Bowachi, is that correct? None of Hawaii. So we're delighted for her and her efforts this way. Her shea butter. She's the manufacturer of shea butter. As a dermatologist, that goes a long way, and I think she's doing great things in her field. And skin is the skin we're in. I'm sure you've heard that quite a bit. But it means that this is what we do. This is who we are. This is what differences we can make. And I'm inspired by your leadership and your direction and your efforts and your courage. And so we commend you for your work award, and we're hopeful that your award will go be hopeful to help you keep working,
So
keep working.
everybody, please give her a hand.
Give everyone
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for thinking
So
about us.
doctor, please tell us about
Yeah.
everything about
Tell us.
karate and the shea butter, and we
Uh-huh.
love it. We've reviewed it, and now you can give your acceptance speech.
Right.
Okay. Well, I really thank you so much for thinking about my sisters and I. We, started this business back in 2016 just because we wanted to share our experiences about shea butter growing up with the rest of the world. But I think what's more important is that we just try to give back to the women back home who pick our shea nuts. And we try to do these campaigns. We did a Shea for Soul campaign last year, and we're just trying to help empower these women. So I appreciate this award, and thank you for thinking about my sisters and I.
Very
Well,
good.
thank you so much.
Yes. And you're empowering women and in your home country as well as America. And so those are the reasons that you're the recipient. Very good, very good. So, and our next award recipient, we are delighted to have an author. And as a matter of fact, her story, I mean, you've got to read her book. Her book has incredible impressions, and we are just moved. Yesterday during the conference, we were listening and hearing her story, and you've got to read the book. And it's Ann S. Woodbury. She's the author of the book, My Atonic Dystrophy. A mother struggled to care for her family with a rare disease. I mean, the complexity of her experiences conveyed in such a sensitive and detailed way. We were just moved by her story. And I think all of the audience uh, found her story to be impressionable, and they were encouraged. And the courage that she showed to write, I mean, I can imagine, I only imagine, just writing the book just reignited some of the emotions you must have gone through in the process of writing and sharing and even detail. And we're hopeful that what we've been able to convey for you in your experience here will be helpful in moving more people to read books and to write, and also to convey their experiences. And those, maybe there are people out there who are experiencing what you've gone through in another way, could be inspired. So, and thank you so much. And we are delighted to share this important award with you and for you, the Brightside Empirical Review Award. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thanks for connecting me with this wonderful community. And it's really an honor to have your approval and stamp of approval, because this is an important cause that I'm involved in with educating people about myotonic dystrophy. So thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Ann. I mean, much courage, continued work, and keep doing. I mean, you may be the poster child, quite frankly, yeah, for these issues. And perhaps, we talked in our roundtable last night about we have to find the ways to be more play a greater role in health advocacy, because sometimes you may be the only one going through what we're going through, but we have to shout it from the rooftop so that other people can come to know. So good job, absolutely good job.
Yeah, and your book was really reviewed by several of our reviewers, and they said they couldn't stop reading it. It was page to page, word to word. People cried, and it was just such a powerful book. So thank you so much. It is a great piece of literature, and we really, really enjoyed it. Thank
just
you.
a point, and I had to reference later about you never thought to myself, why me, or feeling sorry for yourself. You said that cup of tea won't drink, or that doesn't work for me, and so you said I have to push forward and be the stamp of approval that I can be. So kudos, keep working. All right, very good. Okay, and so next up, and we want to thank this recipient, because he has done incredible things with his conveyance of the book he's written. And his story is remarkable in itself. I mean, he seems to be a very unassuming guy, but we are privileged to recognize him for his great book, Life 2.0, Mr. Kevin Kursky. Yes, I've said it right so many times.
You said it right. It's fine.
But Kevin, your story of your experience, and perhaps I would dare say, of all the people that attended our conference yesterday, at least 90% now will pursue a cardiac calcium scan. I almost guarantee that people are going to, but first they need to go out to get your book. And so
I think not only is the book, but I think it's Kevin. He's got everybody going to the doctor to get the scan done. So I think every time you speak, I know Elton is gone and scheduled his one. So I think you motivated men to actually go and get tested. So your testimony has been just so rewarding, and I think everybody just connected with you like a magnet. So yeah. So
great job when you're writing the
Kevin.
book. I appreciate it. We're thankful that you have joined us with our conference, the Health and Wellness Reset 2021. So, the Brightside Empirical Review Award. There you go.
Well, that's fantastic. First of all, I really enjoyed the conference for one very, very important reason. When we think about health, when most of us think about health reset, we think about how to eat, how to diet, how to exercise, et cetera. This conference went well beyond the physical. It touched on a lot of elements that are so important to us in living our life physically. There was elements of dealing with, emotional stress and the challenges and the sacrifices of life. And I found the speakers to be quite experienced and credible. So I think it was a great conference, and I would encourage people to attend in the future. As far as the award, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate it. However, I have to say it's not about me. For me, it's about raising awareness of cardiovascular disease, this #1 silent killer in the world, in the United States. But I think most importantly, what I've learned in my transition to my new life, it's a life that's available to all of us. Life 2.0 isn't just what Kevin Kirksey has created. It's what I've discovered that is available to every human being that walks the face of this earth. And particularly in these times that we're living in, we all joke about 2020 and hope 21 is going to be better. But at the end of the day, some of the principles that I have learned, I really, really believe are causation to eliminate separation and divide from people in this world. And that's what I'm out promoting. So I appreciate the award. It's not about me. It's about everybody that walks the planet. So thank you. And appreciate your time and hope to join you again.
Great. Kevin, we want to make sure that you are encouraged and you continue to represent the health conditions that are so pervasive with cardio care. And we hope this book can encourage and inspire. I mean, your award will encourage and inspire you to keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right track, man, and we thank you for that.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Okay.
So thank you, everybody. And this award is a virtual award, and we hope that you will use the award throughout the year. Put it on your website or social media or anywhere. You don't have to do it all the time. You can use it when you need to. And if you ever need a reference letter or you're applying for some bigger awards, then this award really, really helps. One of the greatest things that we do at Brightside Global Trade is we give out these certifications and ratings every time we review a product. And we like to be the first to do it. And I'll tell you for 2 reasons. One is when you're the one that does it first, then later on, because of the internet crawl and the metadata, it starts picking up and you will receive several awards after us. But the first one is us. And so that's why we like to run when we see a great product, and we like to give it its due acknowledgement. So this is why we had several reviewers besides Elton and me. And so thank you for sending your product to us and helping us review it. And it takes us a long time to actually do it because we actually have to experience it. And so welcome to the family of the Brightside Empirical Review Award. And thank you for attending today, and we hope you will enjoy this award and that it'll motivate many more to achieve greatness as you have.